again, I appreciate Jay Foster, who's good to be here with Jeff and his family. Hats off to him and the member of our team. Did an excellent job. And I really appreciate you being here. I just have a question for you. How many of you are here by yourself and you'll be doing the expo pretty much by yourself? Raise your hand. Okay, all right, thank you. So the rest of you, raise your hand. You have a team that you'll go to the expo with you? You'll have a team? Okay, fantastic. Well, that really summarizes it for us. That's pretty much it. We're done. You can go home. So you got your team and they'll take care of it, delegate and empower, and let's get out of here. Can I get the lights, please? What I'd like to do is I have a ton of material that I have to share with you, but guess what? If I'm on the right-hand side of the sheet of paper and you came here on the left-hand side of the sheet of paper, you're frustrated, I might have presented something that was entertaining and possibly educational. Tell me what you're needing. I'm going to take some questions from you and point you to the glossary of terms. In your book, there's a glossary of terms that we put together. Perhaps this can springboard some of your questions. What I want to do is just make a little note of some things that you would want me to cover in the short 25 minutes, and I do talk fast, well, I'm not from New York City. Okay, I did spend 10 years in Columbus, Ohio, and I learned I had to talk fast. I learned that, did you know you can listen twice as fast as I can talk? So, as long as I'm talking, unless you've got some kind of smartphone in your ear right now, that's okay too. You're listening to the ball game, that's cool, all right. But if you can listen fast, I'll talk faster. But it doesn't matter if you don't get what you want. I want you to get ROI from this particular event, and I really appreciate it. So just raise your hand, or I'll just put you on the spot. What would you like, ma'am? What would you like to understand? What's your name? I hate doing that. I'm joking, totally joking. Y'all have any questions? Somebody's got to get the ball rolling. Somebody's got to get the ball rolling. What are some questions that you have? Didn't Daryl do a great job? Focal point coaching. He just focused right in on it. Zeroed it in, buddy. Yes, you did. It was awesome. He's quite the guy to do a commercial with, I tell you. So what do you, yes ma'am?
Yes, how do you know when you've got hundreds of people coming up to your booth? How do you know which ones to spend time with? Okay,
who to invest with? How do you know who to invest with? Is that what we're talking about? I don't know. How do I write that?
Time management.
Time management at the expo? All right. I'll mention that under this word right here, team. All right? Because it's about your team figuring out who you're going to invest with, and I'll answer a little bit about that. Good question. How do you know who to invest time with? Other questions, other topics you want to hear? Great. Thanks for getting going. Good job. Just tell us what you need to tell us and shut up so we can leave. I got an appointment. All right? Yes, ma'am.
Everybody talks about differentiating your business from somebody else's, but nobody talks about that.
How do you find your niche? We're going to talk a little bit about that. Our niche. How many of you say niche? How many of you don't know? Go to pronunciation.com and it'll tell you how to do it. It's not realtor. It's realtor. They said it on the website. I'm sorry. How do you find your niche? How do you zero down and really, and we're going to talk about that. All right, good. Anybody else? You got anything? Going once? The rest of y'all are here for the food. Okay, it was good food. It was good. It was really good food. I'm just messing with you. Okay, you ready to go? All right, fantastic. Oh, okay, we're going. Here we go. So I have a question for you. What's the difference between this shower head, and don't raise your hand if you have this shower head in your home, and this shower head? Please don't raise your hand if you have this, because that means you matched our new bathroom, and I'm going to look just like your bathroom. But what's the difference between this shower head? Who can tell me? By the way, when we learn more when we participate, and that's how we train at the academy. So, what's the difference? Somebody, what's the difference?
Get a lot more out of the
More exposure.
A lot more spray. A lot more spray. More exposure. Good, good. Because I ran around and I couldn't get hit by this. So I went and bought this. You finally got it, didn't you? I was in there for an hour and I couldn't find the water. So finally I said, honey, we got a problem. She said, go buy this. Actually, the truth of the matter is, I have one 3 times this size. And I almost brought it, but that would have been a sad thing because my little Shih Tzu couldn't have taken a shower today while we were gone. I'm serious. She jumps in the... All right, let's move on. All right, I do have a little dog, and it is a little shit, Zoo. And I love her. Her name is Kathy, and she has a sister named Addie. So, so the difference is exposure, but also would you agree that the difference is refreshment? Have you ever taken a shower, and you were in there an hour, and you weren't refreshed? Has that ever happened to your business? Have you ever invested an hour with a client and you weren't refreshed? Has it ever happened at the expo? Sure it has. Sure it has. So what we need is we need a little bit of Say it. Refreshment. Say it. Refreshment from the expo. Because if we invest our time, energy, and money in the expo, and we don't get refreshed, we're going to hate Joyce. Don't ever get us in there again. Shut up, Sarah. Tell Virginia you're fired. Don't do the expo anymore. But what happens? I don't need a mic. What happens when we have a refreshment in our business?
Energized.
Whoa, good. Isn't that cool? Energized. Any more E words?
Invigorated.
Invigorating. That's an I word, but hey, she doesn't realize that. She's a teacher. She's not an English teacher, but she's on our team. How about enthusiasm?
Excitement.
Excitement. You want a little excitement in your business? You need a little uplift, don't you? Guess what? To get a little uplift, get a little refreshment, we got to invest something. So thanks for investing your time. To re-educate yourself on stuff you've heard before. I will not tell you anything that you've ever heard that probably not. A little bit about myself. This is stuff you know. How many of you are on your own business? Raise your hand. How many of you work for somebody else? How many of you think that you should be owning that business? Raise your hand. How many of you want to fire the business owner and that's you? Come on, be honest. Huh? How many of you have a whole team of people and that they don't know what they're doing? And they showed up at the expo last year. You couldn't get in or out. Huh? So what we want to do is add a little refreshment. Now, Daryl, I need you to refresh me because I don't. Are you going to do it?
There you go.
So it all will start with vision. And in your notes, we're going to define it. Who will read it in your notes? The glossary of terms. Who will read vision for me? I need someone to participate. Peter.
This is your answer to
All
the
right.
right question. Why are you in business? Why are you having a booth at the expo? Your vision sets the tone for your booth presence and generates ideas for leading your vision at the exposition audience.
Everything in healthy businesses, believe it or not, everything in healthy business, believe it or not, everything in healthy businesses begins with a vision. That's why the business is in existence today. Someone had a vision. Someone said, oh, by the way, vision is really, really misunderstood today. Vision isn't who you are. Vision is where you're going. Vision is where you're going. Where is your business headed? See, for us, we're headed to become. All vision statements worth their salt start with to become. To become. To become. See, vision, we're not there yet. We're becoming. So when you start thinking about the expo and investing your time with your team, the question should be, why? Why are we going there? Well, we want to contribute. We want to contribute to the community, yes. We want to contribute to an healthy chamber, yes, absolutely. But where do we want our business to go in reference to the expo? Is this making sense? That, in other words, let me say it another way. What do you want people to take away from you when they leave the expo? What kind of feeling do you want them to have? Example from the academy is we have a vision to become an elite academy. That's our vision. But see, we get a little messed up, so I want to take, if it's okay, to take a couple minutes and just draw something here and explain something about vision. Because I believe that we have misunderstood vision. See, culture is the very way we do business. That's our culture. That answers questions like, what's important? And what are our codes? In other words, how do we act according to what's important in our business? That's our culture. And my job as the leader of the academy and the team that I lead is to guard the culture. But unfortunately, some business owners, not-for-profit organizations, and churches think that vision falls under culture. It's just not true. See, how you're going to conduct yourself at the expo is how you're going to do business, is your culture. But what's driving you to the expo and what people are going to grab from you has everything to do with vision. Vision is up here. It drives the business. It drives the dynamics of the business. That's why a vision statement is the most important thing that your business needs to have. Now, I've spent 1 year with one of my clients helping this client grasp hold of how to write a vision. And the reason the client struggles is because the client keeps wanting to put the vision under here.